All right, here we go for paper box number 3. Hopefully you've been with us to make number 1 and number 2. These are getting slightly more complicated as we add extra folds into it. Let's go to box number 3. For this you'll need some blank paper, a ruler, some glue, a couple of pens. I'm going to use a couple different colors for this one, a pair of scissors, and one small bird. Also, if you're an old guy like me, you'll need some reading glasses. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of advanced planning on this one. I notice on here that I'm going to have a side that is 2 inches tall, and I know from before when I build these, if I've got my base and a side, I'm going to have some room to move this over, right? So if I go right on the exact edge like that and give it 2 inches, I won't have room for the tabs, so I'm going to move it up an extra ½ inch. Same thing on this edge right here. If I know that's going to be 2 inches tall, I'll need to have a little more than 2 inches so I can get my tabs in there. And I'm just going to double count this out because I know this paper is 11 inches long. Let's just check this. If I start from this edge right here, so that side right there is this side here. I've got 2 plus 3 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to need 12 inches of paper and I only have 11. So I'm going to have to get creative with this. I may need to make this side be a different part of the paper and have it fold down from something else. We're going to make this up as we go. I might make a mistake and we'll try this again. It's a good thing I have a couple pieces of paper here. Okay, so I'm going to use my blue pen for my rough marks and my red pen for my final marks. So let's go ahead and set this up. I'm going to go up a ½ inch and just give myself a little bit of a border right there. So I've got a ½ inch mark right there, and I'm going to count up 2 inches to make my mark, 2 inches for the bottom. And you know what, while I've got the ruler down, I might as well just go ahead and make my other 2-inch lines in here because I know my base is 2 inches wide right there, but I'm also going to have 2 inches on each side. So this side here that folds up and this side that folds up. We can kind of get an idea from here. There's my 2 inches for the base. I need 2 inches right there. And I also need 2 inches right there. And remember I have it on a ½ inch right here. That just gives me some space to work. Go the same thing over here. Make my base mark, 2 inches, 2 inches, and 2 inches. All right, so let's make our base run right here. Somewhere along there is going to be a cut the whole way. Let's see if I can do this in a single take. All right, we need our bottom. I'm going to go ahead and put this side over here. We're going to come in 2 inches and we'll leave this with no tab because I know it's going to be close on here. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll go turn this so you can see it on the camera. All right. So 2 inches for the side, 1, 2, 3 inches for the base. And I'm going to come up this other side 2 inches. And you know what? I've got my ruler down. So I've got 2, 3, 2, and then I have to go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So I've got 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This will be an interesting build. We might end up having to scrap in one piece of paper. So there's 2 inches. I'm just matching my measurements now. Okay, and then for the bottom, that's going to be the part where everything folds up. I'll do a top to bottom. I don't know if you can hear that, but there is some wicked thunder going on in the background right now. Got a bottom, we've got a left, and a right. Okay, and then it's going to be kind of wonky. So we've got the bottom, the right, so the next one will be the top. And this will be an inside, what do I call that? It's actually a left piece. And a top, and this will be an inside right. So going across here, we're going to start with the left side, the bottom, the right, a top, inside left, another top, and inside right. So we're still missing this top piece. We've got to figure out how to get that in there somehow. We'll come back to that. Let's work on these sides here. So we're going to have this U shape. It's going to fold at the bottom and make a U, and all of our dimensions are nice and easy for this one. I can see that it's 1 inch here, 1 inch across the middle, so all I'm left with is 1 inch, right? 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. So let's start by measuring up. I'm going to put a mark at 1 and 2 because I'll need both of those marks. 1 and 2. You know, when in doubt, you could just get 1 inch grid paper, or you could just make 1 inch grid paper and just, you know, put a line every inch and just kind of start sketching in as you go. I know over here, kind of towards the top, so I've got some room to work. Oh, my lines are way out of parallel. This is definitely not A+ material. Yeah, those went way wide, didn't they? Oops. Well, if you can do better than me, you get a better grade than me. All right. And since I don't have intersecting lines, I'm just going to go ahead and draw this as if it were just a solid piece right there for now. Actually, I had look at that, I had marks from before. I forgot I put those on there. You're supposed to say something to remind me. Right, and then we're going to connect these, and I'm only going to draw part of them. I'm just going to draw just far enough in there. That I can make the U. And we could go like this. And all I need is this line here. And I'm using my V's right here. I'm using my measurement marks, not the ends of those lines. Look how close I got on that one. And I'll put an X there and an X there because those get cut out. So the only thing I need now is this top piece over here. And you know what? I think I have exactly 2 inches right here. So we can make this out of a single piece. I won't have it. Will I have a tab for it? So this right here is my top. Front and back. All right, so we counted out these. We had the left, bottom, right, and then we had a top, in left, top, in right, and then our last top piece, this edge right here, is this edge right here, and that's going to fold over. So the only thing left before we cut this is we need our tabs. So this corner needs a tab. Let's do the tab here, 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 and here. That covers our sides. Now it's going to get really tricky. So this top piece goes here, so it needs a tab. Let's just put tabs all along here. So this tab goes here, this tab goes here, here, and here, and it will repeat on the other side. The only thing that's going to be a problem is this edge attaches to this edge, and there's no way to tab between the two. So a couple things we could do. We could just make a separate tab and just glue it in separately. Or we could just hide it and not tell anybody. Or we could do the whole thing diagonal. No. Let's do it right. We'll make a separate tab. I'm going to come back to this. Okay, so those are all going to fold around there. Those corners get done there. So this top will fold around. This goes to this. This edge goes to this edge, so we need a tab there. This edge will go to, oh wait, no, I see it. This inside right is this piece. So if I put a tab here and here, this tab goes to this piece, if I did it right. This tab goes to this piece. And I think we're ready. So let's draw our tabs in really quick so we have them. I don't want to lose track of those. So I'm going to give a nice fat tab because I was having trouble with those before. Get my big fat fingers in there. So tab there. An excessively large tab there. And you can see I'm just guessing on these angles. That's not a huge big deal. Tab right there. We'll just use... A big row of tabs there. And a big row of tabs there. Now, as you're doing this, you're looking at me going, how on earth do you see all that? Like, I can't possibly do that. Well, okay, first of all, it's why I'm making the video. So when you look at it and you're like, I can't possibly do this, follow my steps exactly. You can pause this video at any point and replicate what I'm doing. But a lot of it, honestly, is just doing it wrong a bunch of times, having a lot of extra pieces of paper and knowing that, okay, well, if I get it wrong this time, I'll just come back and do it again. I think I got it. Odyssey, what do you think? He's ignoring me. I don't know what his problem is, but he hates this computer. He will just sit here on my shoulder the whole time. Here, say hi to the people. He's not saying hi to the people. Here. Oop, he's having none of that today. All right. Cue the time lapse. All right, there you go. There's all the sides. Pause there for a minute, clean up our workspace. And now we start folding it up. I can tell you right off the bat, I'm going to be cutting a couple of these tabs off because, that's right, I did it right. All right, let's fold it up and see what we get. And there it is. It's not pretty, but it's a box. Let's see if it's bird approved.